did LeBron James force his career on his son, Bronny James? We're going to get right into it. So many people right now are debating on this topic because they feel as if LeBron James has put Bronny in position that is setting himself up for failure. You have, who do you have? You have Jaylen Brown, who is saying this guy is not pro ready. You have certain other players that's saying that he should be in the G League. You have certain people who are saying that he should have remained in college, knowing that he's only scoring or even averaging 4 points a game, right? Some people say he's not even a scorer at all. You know, there's many people who said that he does not deserve this spot in the NBA. And many people are wondering, just because he is the son of LeBron James, should he get this opportunity to be in the NBA, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and share you my thoughts, okay? I know that when you look at LeBron James, right, you know, he is one of the greatest NBA player currently in the league, right? He's strong, he's big, he's muscular, he can, you know, he's a freight train when he is coming down the court. And we all know that when LeBron James comes down the court, ain't no way you stopping him, right? But when you look at his son, his physique is not like LeBron James, of course. He doesn't go through people like LeBron James. He doesn't shoot like LeBron James, and nor does he score like LeBron James, right? So I understand that many people are definitely trying to compare the two, but you have to understand, guys, like when somebody has way more experience than you, and when you are way more athletic, especially if, let's just say, for example, if I was Bronny and I knew that my father was supremely way better than me, I'm not expecting myself to be on that same level, right? Now, you also have to understand, guys, when it comes to getting into the NBA, there's a very low percentage that a lot of people make it in the NBA, and especially if you do not have relationships, right? This is not something I believe that Bronny did not want. I believe Bronny did want to be in the NBA, right? I believe this is one of his best chances to actually improve as a basketball player since he's in the NBA. Also, you have one of the greatest players of this era currently as your father, training you to be probably one of the next greatest players, right? Just because Bronny James did not start off like LeBron James, or just because he did not come out of college as hot as LeBron James, and when I mean out of college, meaning Bronny himself coming out of college, not LeBron, because he came to the NBA, does not mean that he does not deserve to be in the NBA. You got to remember, guys, this is relationship building, right? LeBron James has connections. He has relationships. He's able to open that door for his son, so when he quits, Bronny can take over and he's able to pass on the torch. So I don't think this was a forced decision, right? I don't think that LeBron says, you're going to play basketball and you have no choice but to come to the NBA. I'm going to be strictly honest with you. For many people who believe, for many people who really believe that if they were in the same situation, how many players say that no matter how good or not as good that they are in basketball, if they had a chance to go to the NBA, how many of you all would say no? Of course not. You won't say no. In anything, you would probably say yes, and not just because you're in the NBA, but because you want to get paid, right? You get paid for what you do. You get paid for what you love to do. Bronny put himself in the position where he wants to play, not just with his father, but in the NBA. And his father made every situation possible for this to even happen, right? And it's happening right now. He's now on the Lakers. He's in the summer league. And yeah, he may not be, the last points that he scored was 12 points? Yeah, that's not a lot, of course. But in the NBA, if you're scoring like that, 12 points is actually not that bad, right? Especially if you're coming out from college and you're still young. So, yeah, he may not be a Kobe Bryant right now. He may not be a LeBron James. He may not be a Carmelo Anthony, right? He may not be a Allen Iverson. He may not be a Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry. He may not be none of these guys. But we have to what if we gave this guy a little time to grow, right? What if the next 4 years, as LeBron James, like I said, like one of the greatest players in this era right now, LeBron James is training his son, day after day to become great in the NBA. I wouldn't be surprised if he shocks a lot of folks. I really wouldn't be surprised. And just like any other industry, guys, think about so many people, even musicians, who got on into the career based off of relationships and based off of just connections, right? I do really believe that LeBron James have definitely paved the way for his son. If I was his father, if I had all the rights, if I had all the power to give him the connection to the major league, I would definitely do that, and I don't think LeBron James will put his son in a position believing that not him not being ready, but just believing that Bronny could not work his way up to the skill level or the skill set. You got to think about it, guys. Bronny James is not just scrimmaging with college players. He's not scrimmaging with high school players. He is scrimmaging with NBA players. Whether you like it or not, if you're able to scrimmage with NBA players and remain on that skill level with that being that young of a player, then by all means you have a great shot of becoming great in the NBA, right? Now, I don't think this was a forced situation. Once again, I think this is an opportunity, right? I also believe, since it is an opportunity, that he's doing everything he can to become who he is, right? I think, it is. I don't like the way that people are bashing LeBron for this, and I don't like the fact that people are also bashing Bronny for who he's trying to be. I just really think that it makes no sense at the end of the day. Why would you not want this career for him, right? Now, I understand, like, people say, well, you got all these other players that, are just as good or even better. Like, why don't they get a chance? Well, no, they get a chance. They definitely will get a chance. But if you have somebody in the NBA and you are their son, because of that connection and relationship that he has, it's fair game from there, So I do not believe that Bronny is stepping into this atmosphere knowing that he doesn't have a chance. He has a chance, right? And I really wonder how people are going to react with the next, 3 or 4 years if he starts becoming a very great player. Then all of a sudden people are like, oh, wow, well, we were wrong about him, right? I mean, how many players do you know that came into the league that you didn't seem or seen to be great, but later on they became great, right? Some players you'd be like, oh, they was only good for a little bit. We think we're going to fall off, but their longevity actually proved you wrong, right? So, yeah, you have people who are going to also – you have people who are always going to go against the grain, right? And you also have people who are always going to have different opinions about who should not be in the NBA, okay? Now, I'm not going to lie. At first, I was like, scratching my head a little bit because, 4 points. And, he has a physique in a way to guard, people who are pretty strong. But, he is young. But, when LeBron came in the league, when Kobe Bryant came in the league, they were really learning too. When Steph Curry, look at Steph Curry and Trae Young, right? They were really great, really athletic, really sharp in their dribbling skills and their shooting, but they were very small. How many people who said that because they were very small, they won't make it? Coaches said it. There's players said it. There's so many people on so many people who were actually doubting Steph Curry and Trae Young, saying that these guys weren't going to make it because they were so small. There's no way they're going to compete in the NBA. And look where they're at right now. Like, Trae Young is bombing, 30, 40 points a game. Steph Curry, 30, 40 points a game. Like, these guys are actually not only putting in the work, but they're changing NBA gameplay as we speak right now. Like, the way that people want to shoot. People want to shoot like Steph Curry now, right? A lot of people don't want to shoot like LeBron, drive like LeBron. Actually, a lot of people want to shoot like Steph Curry, right? Just like Jordan, how he changed the game with his fadeaways. Everybody wanted to do a fadeaway at the time. So everybody has doubted people. I mean, even I think it was one time where Michael Jordan, I think it was Michael Jordan who got cut from, I'm pretty sure his high school team. And then he became one of the greatest players in the NBA. So, then again, before I end this video, what I'm going to say is I don't believe that this was a forced deal on his son. I think this was probably one of the best deals as a son that you can ever get. If I was LeBron's son, I want to care about what anybody had to say. I'm locked in. I'm focused. If I'm small, okay, I got all the access to the gym. I got all the access to the weight room. I got all the access to eating healthy. I have all access to become the actual player that I want. So, in my opinion, I really think that this is actually a good thing for Bronny James. What do you think? I want you to go ahead and throw in a comment. Do you believe that this was a great move for Bronny James, or do you believe that this is something that is probably putting himself in a place to be set up for failure? All right, so let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.